going on, everybody? It's Jared from Gaming Headquarters, and today we will be continuing our Star Trek Online's story quest walkthrough. So, in today's episode, we will be covering the mission Stranded in Space. So, as a reminder, if you don't remember how to get to your next mission, if you're following along on your own, you will hit J on your keyboard, episodes, and then you can either get more to bring you to this page, or you can just hail to get started. So, without further ado, let's get started. So, as you can see, Stranded in Space, the Azura Blues. We have to travel to the SS Azura. So, we're going to go ahead and transwarp just to get there faster. Now that we've arrived in Stranded in Space.
To any ships in range.
Alright, so we're gonna first fight this first group of enemies here. Alright, and once you finish the first group, you'll go over near the SS Azura and you'll fight the second group. Alright, once you defeat the second group, you will now have to scan the SS Azura. Still do so while in battle. And then you'll have to go to the ground part of this mission. So, go ahead and beam over. Oh, go to your transporter room, then beam over. But
Captain,
case may be, just run here. Beam out. Alright, so as you can see, we are now on the SS Azura. So what we have to do is to shut down plasma leaks here, here, and here. And there will be little consoles we can do that at each location. Now, what you'll also see is how you see here, there's an injured crewman. There are, I don't really know how to word it in a perfect way, but there are class-specific sub-objectives on this one. So if you're a science officer, you're going to want to help the 3 injured crewmen, and then you will get an accolade for doing that. There's one for the engineering officer over here in the engineering area, where you'll help secure the warp core. Now, if you're able to secure the warp core, you're able to save the ship, and it gives you a bit of a different dialogue option. And for the tactical officer, once you've gone all the way through and all that, you'll have a console that'll be somewhere in here that you'll activate to help you fight the enemies that spawn. However, I believe they've changed it to where you no longer have to fight anything. So, come in here. You also can look around here. In this zone, there are containers that will help you get some extra loot, so you can kind of grab those as you go along, or not. Entirely up to you. So, as you can see, the plasma leaks are here. You'll find these consoles that if you walk up to them, you can bypass the plasma conduit. Take a sidestep in here, show you what I'm referring to. So, see, you'll see an injured crewman here, and scan the crewman. But you don't have the science, or this character doesn't have the science career, so I'm unable to work on this particular objective. So there's one here. we keep going, I can show you the other two as we go along. So there's going to be some thugs here to fight. Alright. So, go down here, go into here. Now these two consoles will be guarded, so you have to fight your way to them. But there's only ever 2 per room. So the next crewman is by this panel right here. Another piece of loot. There's some gas, so if you should so desire it. Then here's the panel, the conduit panel that you need for the second plasma leak. Back out here, down the hallway, take a left. Have to fight Vixen. Then fight Brute. 2 captains. So you've defeated 2 captains. Go back over here. There is your third one. And once you help this one, as a science officer, you'll get an accolade for it. And the third plasma conduit bypass is right here. Back out, take a left. This will be the console as a tactical officer that I will, and consequently you, if you are a tactical officer, can then use once you speak to the captain. Speak with Captain Brought. They'll say, okay, cool, help the crew. Some gas as you want it. And then here is the warp core panel for an engineering officer. So you see engineering training is required to complete the optional task. And basically what you'll do is you'll help stabilize the warp core, which will help save her ship, and you will get an accolade for that. So, you remember, okay, so they do have enemies this time. Interesting. Alright, so you'll go over here, operate this console, which will then activate some plasma to help fight against the invading forces. And you get the accolade Tactical Thinking. I guess in this case it really didn't do anything but give you a accolade, but what you do have to realize is that this game is very broken, so would not wouldn't be a surprise if everything doesn't work. Back down to the end of the hall here. Go over here near the transporter room. Cutscene will appear. There, you'll just run over to the pad, then you will return to your vessel. Go over here to the turbo lift, back up to the bridge, and then you will return back to the ship mode. And then you have to fight off Klingons. That's the first wave complete. Then the boss ship will appear. collect your loot. You'll have to return back to the SS Azura in order to beam Captain Broad off. We're off.
To get a transporter lock on Captain Brott, sir. Boosting containment. We have it, Captain.
So, as an engineer, that wouldn't happen. You would save a ship, and she would just have to tug it back to a friendly port in order to get repairs done. Here you'll be able to speak with her, all of that, and then depart the system. Hail back to Starfleet to report.
You saved that crew just
You'll
in
get
time.
all of these items, and then you'll get what's the Azura personal comm code, which will essentially allow you to call the Azura to your location to access your mail, bank, exchange, and a store. It will despawn after 5 minutes and has, I believe, a 1 hour cooldown, so make sure you strategically use it.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
And that's it. We have completed the mission Stranded in Space. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, and I've earned your subscription, please drop a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to be alerted when the next episode drops. See you next time, guys.